Hello, viewers. Once again, my vintage Lasko 3733, purchased new by me in 1997. This has appeared in numerous videos at this point, but today, thanks to fellow YouTuber SCCP Steve, check out his channel, we are going to replace the period incorrect D blades with the period correct D blades that he had sent to me. How this got on this fan, if you don't follow the channel, I recommend you do follow the channel. However, when I went to restore this fan, I think in 2017, 2018, I accidentally cracked the original hub, the inside of the hub on the fan, pulling the blades off, and you can see, right? So a fellow enthusiast had a set of D blades from a mid-80s Lasko likely, and sent those to me, and that worked, right? Now I think they're cool looking, but I'm a big believer in kind of keeping things original and to their time. So he would like to take these in exchange for, he would like to take these and these in exchange for the one that he had sent me. This is what's going on the fan. You can see mine had yellowed a bit. Even these that are on there had, I don't think those are the original color, but since I've restored this fan, it hasn't gotten heavy duty use. Again, 2017, 2018. This fan has a lot of hours on it before I restored it, including painting the cabinet as best I could at that time. So this summer is the first summer that this has seen really much action. I've been regularly using it in my kind of office area, and it's been performing pretty well. And this has the typical late 90s, early 2000s 3733, where as much as you get it restored to near perfect condition or original condition, it doesn't seem to be as powerful as it once used to be. I've oiled it many times, I've rebroken it in, all that stuff. And there's actually another YouTube channel out there that he goes through that in several various parts. I recommend, if you have a 3733 from this generation or era and have come across that, to search for that on YouTube, because I think, I haven't watched all the parts yet, but I think what it comes down to is the switch, something with the switch. So today, I just thought I'd do a quick video, and maybe this might be one of the last times for a while that this fan appears in a video, because I feel like it keeps reappearing. And we just want to do a quick and easy blade swap. Now, I learned the hard way on why I cracked that hub coming off the shaft when I did, because this was when I did the restoration. It was kind of one of my earlier experiences with pulling blades off. Just always kind of almost intimidated or afraid to do it, because it just seemed like it's an easy way to break the plastic, and it really is, but you just gotta kind of have to know how to do it. And I've watched a few videos out there over time on different techniques of pulling blades off. One thing that I don't think is ever really brought up just frequently enough is when you go to remove the blades, obviously you have to lay the fan down, ideally flat, and unless you're dealing with something that's kind of worn out and it just slides on and off fairly easy, then you don't. But whether you do it on the ground, and there's a technique where you kind of put your shins on the outer cabinet, and hopefully the fan's on the carpet so you're not messing it up, and then you kind of use your weight to hold the fan down through your shins or your legs, and then pull up, turn the blade a little bit, pull up, turn the blade a little bit. I've seen that technique for Lakewoods, like the P223s and whatnot. Lakewoods are very difficult, I have found, to pull the blades off of. You have to be very patient, and that's what I've seen in videos. With these, for the most part, in videos, when I see guys doing videos on work on these types of fans, they can do it just with it laying on a tabletop or whatever, a workbench, and not have to use the full force of their body to, looks like we're missing a screw, full force of their body to weigh the fan down. These blades have not been off here since I did the restoration. They're a little bit dirty, so I will clean them before I send them out. Just checking the inside of the cabinet. It's a little dirty. At the end of the season, I'll give this fan a good cleaning. It hasn't really been cleaned since it's been restored because it didn't get a lot of use. So I'm going to contradict myself. That pulls right off. So we'll clean this. So again, you can see the more the 80s styling with the interesting kind of like how the shaft fits into that. It's interesting. And then to still the blade themselves are the same shape, but it's just the hub has changed. I actually like this. Typically I prefer vintage, and this is cool. I mean, this is vintage now, but I always just like this. What I also find interesting, and maybe someone can explain it to me, is this opening. Lasko's had different shaped openings. At one point in very late 80s, very late 80s, it was almost like a triangle, and then they switched to the circular opening, which this set of blades has the punch out for it, but it was never punched out. I'm guessing a manufacturing defect, because I think this one over here has the same thing. You could punch it out if you wanted to. So at one point they did that. I would love to know if anyone knows what is the purpose of this. Like, what is the purpose of that opening? And why did they stop doing that? With the earlier Lakewood fans, I just assumed it was so you could basically get to the oil port with like a zoom spout with that long straw at the end. But we know that these, even mid-80s Laskos did not have really oil ports, I don't believe. So that would be a good question I would love to know the answer to. Ooh, this is kind of gunked up. Yeah, this needs a little bit of a refresh, but the spin down on this fan has been tremendous. So we line up the flat part. I'm probably gonna lay it down and line up the flat part here. I can see it. And I'm gonna put the fan on its backside to do this. And I'm not working at my workbench here, so I do apologize. I'm at a different location than I normally would be doing this kind of thing. But we make it work. So what's interesting is there's date he had written, and maybe you can explain. So wrote unwarp July 7th. I'm sorry, July 1st, 2024. So are you? So there's been some controversy out there recently. Allegedly, there are videos or theories of how to unwarp blades, plastic blades, and another YouTube channel has been hollering about he would like to see someone actually do that. So perhaps it's you who has the ability to unwarp blades. Now, in theory, I've seen people kind of like roll. Well, I don't want to do it, but kind of just bend them and roll them and let them come back up. I'll have to search for that video if it exists, and if it's on your channel, I will. SCCP Steve, right? All right, so I'm just gonna line this up properly. I hope. It's much nicer. Okay. Oh, it's so nice to see the original set of blades on here. Nothing against the old 80s style, but so let's see. I don't have the grill on, and I know kind of simulate it. We'll just hold it up. Just hold it up there. How are we doing in the video here? Okay. So what is very interesting, extremely interesting to me, is if those of you who have seen me do this video on this fan, I think the video titled "Rebuilt, Still Loved," and I kind of go through over the fan and what I've done to it, blah blah blah. And when it runs, it kind of has this hum to it. And for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what it is. And a couple people commented in the videos when it's running, like, oh, that sounds like a different style motor. I've never heard it sound like that. Well, that hum no longer exists with the proper D blades on them. And it sounds great. Sounds amazing. So the difference really is the blades, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out, but I guess those blades are not warped, I don't believe. These are not warped, but what I'm wondering is the combination of kind of this, I don't know what you even call that. Like it's almost like a sleeve for the shaft, and then this opening, which originally is not designed for this fan. It was designed for its predecessor, which likely we know was the full-bodied big box fan, the big wide one from the 80s. So therefore, the aerodynamics probably were a little bit different, and when it was put in this fan, it made that little kind of hum, if you will. So I did the unboxing video for those of you who caught that on these blades, and kind of some of the gifts or the surprises that he had thrown in a box, which like just made my day. And now that I popped this set of blades on here, it just looks so much more at home, more natural, having the correct 3733 D blades on, which makes me very happy just alone. And then add to the fact that it changed the sound of the fan back to what it should sound like, and it seems to be performing how it should be as a newer fan. So I kind of solved my own mystery on the performance, and it makes no sense to me in terms of the speed with those blades, but I understand that it could make a different whine or sound or whatever. Just think about a metal bladed fan versus a plastic, a P23 versus a P223. They're essentially the same fan with different blades. Then they sound radically different. Well, thanks for watching, and I know I keep shouting him out, but this whole video is made possible by SCCP Steve. Check his channel out. If you are in the need for blades, or handles, or maybe even anything almost plastic. I don't want to speak out of line here. He has the ability to do some 3D printing. I'm not saying he's in business to do that, but if you're in a pinch and need something, he might be a great place to start. So I want to thank him for that. I want to thank all of you for watching, and I'm going to reassemble this fan and pop it right back into the window. And I'm going to enjoy my 1997 that I bought as a teenager and now I am I'm middle aged. You could do the math, and I'm going to enjoy it in the year 2024 just as I did in 1997. Like, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. See you next time.